What you waving at me for? Roll Tide, Roll Tide. What do you mean it's not a real draft? I could not watch a good chunk of the game, specifically on Sunday, because I was in the studio choreographing, which is a blessing in itself, so it is a-okay. Most of my team in my main league all played on Monday. That involved Buffalo, Minnesota, and Philadelphia, and that is half of my starting lineup. I did get to watch part of this game. Chargers ended up getting up by 10 before the Chiefs even had their first points up on the board. It was 17-7 coming into the third quarter. There's some really nice touchdowns in this game. Couple of picks, of course, always keeping it spicy, and the game ended up being in favor of the Chiefs. Huge scoring, Miami, Baltimore, like nuts. I am super glad that Bateman, I know last week I had said he scored a touchdown, but I'd had him on the bench. I did get him off of the bench in at least one of my leagues, but this game, really high scoring even by halftime. It was, at least on Baltimore's end, they were over 20 coming into third. 28-7 Miami, but the Miami scores. Now we're halvesies back and back, but Baltimore was just nuts. Jackson is nuts. Also, who I would say if I didn't have Allen, that is probably the quarterback look that I would have turned to make. Dolphins are trailing the entire game, coming back to win it 42-38. Now, a team that ended up winning by a point last week was the Browns. They were the first ones to get points on the board. Jets came back and tied it up. Cleveland went up, tied again, 17-17. Coming into the fourth quarter, we were at 24 Browns, 17 Jets. What they managed to do at the end of the game. We're not talking like they caught up in the second half. We're not even really talking they caught up in the fourth quarter. We're talking that they were still down by 13 points with only a minute and a half on board. And then in less than a minute and a half, they got the other one, ended up being up by one, like Browns. Commanders and Detroit. Detroit is really kind of getting in a groove for me. They are finding themselves to be more fun to watch than I would say in the last couple of years, and also just putting a lot more points on the board. In particular, I do have Swift in at least one league, and I do have Hawkinson. Hawkinson is yet to put up a touchdown, but I still have all the faith in the world in him as long as he is healthy. Now, a team I pretty much never watch is Dallas. I'm just not a Cowboys fan. However, I do have Mixon. He is not really doing anything super duper exciting for me yet. Hopefully he picks that up. Now, we want to talk about points. Half the fourth quarter is already gone. Vegas has 23 points on the board. Arizona only has 7. And then from there, there's just weird things are happening. Weird things start happening. We get the longest play of the century where Kyler Murray is literally described as dancing his way through a 2-point conversion. And somehow Arizona ties this game up to send it into overtime where they then win 29-23. So the L of the week, the game given away of the week, the oops, not a good showing at home, Raiders. For sure. Kyler Murray, let's see, you lucked out because you went into overtime and y'all still managed to win, but you were probably not going to be putting up anything super duper spectacular. Running backs, get it together. Receivers, nice. We could do a little bit more, but the fact that both of you are a surprise at Bateman and Dotson ain't mad. Dallas, see, this is why I don't play anybody from Dallas. Aaron Jones, come through. Bills, killing it. Kicking, whatever. Bench, That's a lie. Take it back. Robinson, I might need to use you. And also, I'm definitely switching out my tight end next week. Coming up. Moving on. Joe. Swift, nice work. St. Brown, nice work. Andrews, killing it. Waddle, super duper killing it. Just this whole team, 185? 185. The other person didn't have a shot. Team's great. This one I unfortunately took another L in. Why? This team is not even bad. They just didn't pop off at all in any department. Like, just no one did. You are not gonna win your week in fantasy if not a single person other than your quarterback clears 20. Or the only way you are is if absolutely the other team is just garbage. So, and that did not happen. Josh Allen and Diggs. Josh Allen and Diggs. Cook and Sanders. I don't know what happened. Samuel, yes. Hawkinson, I need you to actually find the end zone. Edwards-Helaire, still not my fave. He's not horrible. He's putting up decent points. He just personally is like not my fave. And I don't care about Kansas. So it's just like, yeah. Packers, whatever, I'm probably going to switch out. Defense, looking to pick up Tampa because they're available in this league, and I just think they're going to be more consistent. And then I did have to switch out my kicker because the Kansas kicker was injured and did still leave some touchdowns on the bench. They are all in the receiver department, so I just have to see what I feel like moving forward. Obviously, with Alan Lazard coming back, I feel like Packers are automatically going to get back into a rhythm a little bit more, and he might definitely bump up above Bateman for me. But as of right now, I would say the person on the bench I'm most interested in moving up next week would probably still be Bateman, as I moved him up in the other league. So big games upcoming, I would say, for this week. Well, the Raiders and the Titans game is going to be tough because they are both 0-2, so one of them is unfortunately going to walk out with their third loss. I think that the Bills-Dolphins is going to be interesting, very interesting. Dolphins are kind of coming out of nowhere this year a little bit, and I definitely have players on both teams, but in different leagues, so both of them could honestly pop off, and it will benefit me. Lions and Vikings, I actually think is supposed to be a really good matchup that a lot of people are seeming decently interested in. Oh, and then the fact that the Giants already have 2 wins too. I say already, like they only took 2 weeks to get 2 wins, the Giants, and they play the Cowboys. So honestly, probably gonna be looking for the Cowboys to take another L after that. I think it would be fun to see the Giants get 3 wins in a row and start off their season with some of that momentum. But wherever you are, whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening, I hope you are feeling healthy and blessed and not stressed. It is just fantasy.